everyone. Are you ready to study and learn a specific topic in geology?
Especially the largeless masses of the Earth referred to as plate tectonics.
You are ready? Let us start with the most common question. What is plate tectonics?
Plate tectonics came from the Latin word tectonicus, where originated from Greek word tectonicus, pertaining to building.
Plate tectonics is a scientific theory describing the large-scale motion of 7 large plates and the movements of a large number of smaller plates of the Earth's lithosphere over the last hundreds of years. 7 major plates are Asia, South and North America, Africa, Antarctica, and Australia, and Europe. Some of the minor plates include Juan de Fuca plate and Farallon plate.
The theoretical model builds on the concept of the continental drift developed during the first few decades of the 21st century.
The geoscientific community accepted plate tectonic theory after Stifler's study was validated in the late 1950s and in early 1960s.
Digging deeper, the Earth's lithosphere is a strong outer layer of, like a hard and rigid shell compared to Earth's mantle. This is the landmass where plate originally came from.
The lithospheric plate is a massive, irregularly shaped slab of solid rocks generally composed of both continental and oceanic lithosphere.
Plate size can vary greatly from a few hundred thousand of kilometers across. The Pacific and Antarctic plates are among the largest.
Plate thickness also varies greatly, ranging from less than 15 kilometers for young oceanic lithosphere to about 200 kilometers or more for ancient continental lithosphere. For example, the interior parts of North and South America.
How do these massive slabs of solid rock float despite their tremendous weight?
The answer lies in the composition of the rocks. Continental crust is composed of granitic rocks which are made up of relatively lightweight minerals such as quartz and feldspar.
By contrast, oceanic crust is made up of basaltic rocks, which are much denser and heavier.
Variations in plate thickness are nature's way of partly compensating for the imbalance in the weight and density of the two types of crust, oceanic and continental crust.
Because continental rocks are much lighter, the crust under the continents is much thicker, as much as 100 kilometers, whereas the crust under the ocean is generally only about 5 kilometers thick.
Like icebergs, only the tips which are visible above water continents have deep roots to support their elevations.
Most of the boundaries between individual plates cannot be seen because they are hidden beneath the oceans.
Yet, the oceanic boundaries can be mapped accurately from the outer space by measurements from the GEOSAT satellites.
Earthquake and volcanic activity is concentrated near these boundaries.
Tectonic plates probably developed very early in the Earth's 46 billion years history and have been drifting about on the surface ever since, like slow-moving bumper cars, repeatedly clustering together and then separating.
Like many features on Earth's surface, plates change over time.
Those composed partly or entirely of oceanic lithosphere can sink under another plate and eventually disappear completely.
These processes are happening now off the coast of Oregon and Washington.
Small Juan de Fuca plate, the remnants of the formerly much larger oceanic Farallon plate, will someday be entirely consumed as it continues to sink beneath the North American plate.
Meanwhile, from the deepest ocean trench to the tallest mountain, plate tectonics explains the features and movements of the Earth's surface in the present and the past.
Developed from the 1950s through the 1970s, plate tectonics is the modern version of the continental drift, a theory first proposed by scientist Alfred Wegener.
Wegener didn't have an explanation for how continents move around the planet until Stifler's spreading appeared.
It was discovered as early as 1596 that the opposite coasts of the Atlantic Ocean, or more precisely, the edges of the continental shelves, have similar shapes and seem to have once fitted together.
By 1915, having published a first article in 1912, Alfred Wegener was making serious arguments for the idea of continental drift in the first edition of The Origin of Continents in the Ocean.
In that book, he noted how the east coast of South America and the west coast of Africa look as if they were once attached.
Furthermore, when the rock strata of the margins of separate continents are very similar, it suggests that these rocks was formed in the same way, implying that they were joined initially.
The Pangaea first landmass was the name given to the largest landmass.
Go.
Was a supercontinent that existed during the late Paleozoic and early Mesozoic eras. It assembled from earlier continental units approximately 335 billion years ago and began to break apart about 175 million years ago.
Scientists did not believe the theory, for there is no force causing the plates to move or separate.
Seafloor spreading is known as the concept of the landmass every year, the evidence for the continental drift. Seafloor spreading is the process by which new ocean floor is formed near the mid-ocean ridge and moves outward.
A profound consequence of seafloor spreading is that new crust, and still is, being continually created along the oceanic ridges, also called as expanding Earth.
Other than that, plate reconstruction was also proposed.
Construction is used to establish past and future plate configuration, helping determine the shape and make up ancient supercontinents and providing a basis for paleogeography.
In addition, plate boundaries is also a factor in the study of plate tectonics.
There are three types of boundaries. First is the transform fault boundary that occurs when two lithospheric plates slides, or perhaps more accurately, grind past each other along transform faults, where plates are neither created nor destroyed. One of the best examples is the San Andreas Fault.
Second is the divergent boundaries that occur when two plates slide apart from each other. One of the best examples of divergent boundaries is the divergence of South American and African plates.
Last but not the least is the convergent boundary, where two plates slide towards each other to form a subduction zone, where one plate is moving underneath the other, or continental collision. Some of the best examples are Eurasian plate and Indian plate.
To sum it all up, the movements of plates had caused the formation and breakup of continents over time, including occasional formation of a supercontinent that contains most or all of the continents.
Thank you for watching! Hope you enjoy and learn a lot!